Have you heard about the quiet luxury trend? Yes. It's stealth wealth or whatever. It's so dumb. I guess it's like the exact opposite of like gauche, debauchery, hedonism, and like consuming anything that like showing everybody like your insane consumption habits. 46K for a Louis Vuitton trunk, by the way. Holy fuck. Okay. The irony is where that's probably, I don't think they sell those as like actual travel items anymore. Cause like where the fuck would you put a Louis Vuitton trunk? Do you know how massive those are? I could fit in one. It's probably for like, they probably sell those as basically like a very expensive coffee table. Quiet luxury is more of a recession indicator than a real trend. I mean, this is so like, see, this is what I mean. Like, you don't need this. This logo is insane. I mean,
but what exactly does it mean? Quiet luxury, also known as stealth wealth, is a minimalist approach to fashion that emphasizes timeless elegance, refinement, and everyday versatility. It's the opposite of obvious logos and branding. It's neutral colors, smart tailoring, clean-cut lines, and elite craftsmanship. It's Kendall Roy in a $500
I hate that they basically look at this and go, oh, it's the succession. Like, no, dude, this has been around forever. There are a million fucking brands that you rarely ever hear about unless you're like really into fucking nerdy ass fashion shit that have been doing this for so long. Yeah, people in the chat are saying like Laura Piana, but like, yeah, exactly. Now it's significantly more popular with the masses because TikTok realized that. And they were like, oh, man, it's so sick. Like, here, you know what it is? It's when you get that fucking hat, and the hat is, like, made with cashmere assholes or something, okay? Like a chinchilla asshole. And it's, like, the nicest fitting, best feeling hat you've ever put on your fucking head. And that's why it's, like, $700.
Laura Piana baseball cap. It's brown and beige cashmere from Brunello Cucinelli. It's well-tailored basics and accessories that look like they could have been passed down as a family heirloom. Simply put, it's new age minimalism with a touch of the old money aesthetic.
What's the point of doing this when it looks like the same as something from Ross? That's a great question. I think it does look the same as something from Ross, just for less, which is why you shouldn't do it. Like, there's no reason to do it. For these people, the reason why they buy this shit is not because... The reason why they buy this shit is not to signal to other people that they're rich, dude. A lot of people think that it is. No, the real reason why they buy this shit is because they want a fucking high-quality product, and they already have so much fucking money that they don't care. Do you understand? Like, they don't give a shit. They don't want to show... they don't want to show that they're like, wearing some gaudy ass brand. Okay. They don't want to show that they're wearing some gaudy ass fucking brand, and they don't really give a shit. It's nothing. Like, spending $500 on a hat like that is unimaginable to most people in this chat. It's like you would spend, if you're going to spend $500, you want people to know that that shit was $500, like in some respects. For those guys, they don't give a fuck. It's nothing. $500 is literally nothing.
But to really understand how and why this sudden rise of quiet luxury came about, we need to rewind it a few centuries. Throughout history, displays of wealth were often loud and ostentatious. You can observe this in architecture with buildings like the Palace of Versailles, arguably one of the most opulent residences in French history, and in fashion with the upper class distinguishing themselves through luxurious fabrics and expensive dyes, as was the color purple during the Middle Age. And the lower class have been emulating the rich and powerful through their clothing choices.
With saying, yep, like you can relate, you peasants. I mean, there is no reason to relate to this. It doesn't even fucking matter. For new wealth, yes, but I feel like old wealth does know and care about that shit. Cares. Those guys suck, okay? I know a lot of people who are in the new wealth category. I know a lot of people now who are in the old wealth category. Who gives a shit? They're just still people. They take a shit in the bathroom just like you do, okay? And some of those dumbasses don't even use a bidet, which is ridiculous. What good is $1 billion if your asshole is not going on a fucking journey after you take a poop every time? Okay, can you imagine? Oh my Lord. Anyway, but can't you relate? You are of wealth. Yeah, no, not this kind.
Is for thousands of years, something the upper class has never been too fond of. So much so that there were times when they put in place something called sumptuary laws. Laws that dictate what colors and fabrics people were permitted to wear according to their social rank. For example, during the Roman Empire, the emperor was the only person allowed to wear the color purple. And during Elizabethan England, Queen Elizabeth I decreed that only people above certain noble ranks could wear velvet, satin, and silk. These laws were justified by the Queen by emphasizing—
Man, bro, no wonder they couldn't fucking read. What is this shit? This font's crazy, bro.
A fear of the rise in extravagant spending from the masses, which could potentially impact the nation's wealth. But in reality, the main reason behind these laws was an aversion to people dressing above their rank, which Queen Elizabeth complained was causing disorder and confusion. This tendency of people emulating the rich has remained a constant to this day. During the 20th century, we've seen various styles from the wealthy become mainstream.
You know, the Elon Dick Riders would be like, "My lord, I would like to wear purple on this day to feel your divine eminence. Just one day, my lord. Let me have it one day." And then he gets his fucking head chopped off. He's like, "Well, if you must wish it, then it must be done."
Mainstream, such as the Ivy League look in the 50s, pastel preppy in the 80s, and now quiet luxury or stealth wealth as some would call it. But why is this particular style so popular today? After many hours of research,
because rich people still want to, in some respects, I think, distinguish themselves from nouveau riche people, or rather, the poors. So they just want to fucking, I'm never wearing that boring ass shit. I think that's probably what it is, right? I will cut my own head off, my lord. Save you the inconvenience of sullying your blade. Because too many poors are wearing luxury brands, because poor people have become more vocal about how they would like the rich people to die. I think every single thing that you're mentioning is true, including what I said early on, which is that like they just don't give a shit, and they probably don't want to. I don't know. This is one aspect that I totally fucking understand, not wanting to have like fat ass fucking logos everywhere. And it's ironic because people will like, I'm sure some of my interlocutors in the chat are going to go and like find one fucking photo of me wearing something where you can like see a logo and be like, haha, I fucking got him. But in the overwhelming majority of shit that I wear, some of which is expensive, you will rarely ever see like a fat ass fucking logo on it. Yeah, the Gucci shirt, but like even that Gucci shirt, you can't really tell it's Gucci. It says Gucci, I think, in a part of it, but it's not like the regular ass Gucci shit. You know what I mean? Where most of the Gucci shit that you see is like this. If you go to Gucci right now, look. Most of it is like this. You can't say that the shirt that I'm wearing is similar to that. I think your Rude shorts are the most in-your-face logo you own. Yeah, I really like the design and the color pattern on it. I'm a bit of a bitch for that. You're right. I wish it didn't say Rude on it. That's it. You're right, though. Teddy Fresh? Okay, we're not talking about Teddy Fresh. We're talking about like luxury high fashion brands. That's entirely different. No, Teddy Fresh is not a luxury a high-end fashion house, guys. No, Teddy Fresh does have high quality shit, but ultimately it's not Louis Vuitton, and it's not Louis Vuitton prices either. You know you're going over heads now, dude. Stop it. All right,
I have come to the conclusion that there are 4 main factors that have led to the massive popularity of the quiet luxury trend. Number 1, it is a counter movement to the new money aesthetic. With the advent of the internet and social media, this has created a lot of new millionaires that have joined the ranks of the wealthy. And with this new money in the system and the boom of Instagram, flex culture has been rampant in the 2010s. It is no coincidence that some of the best-selling products for high-end fashion houses like Gucci and Hermes are their infamous gaudy belts. This surge of new money, along with people's desire to flex, means trends like logomania and maximalism were at the forefront of fashion. But this generation is tired of the flex culture and influencers flaunting their wealth with designer logos.
I really like Gucci polos. Every time they come out with one, I pretty much just get them tailored. Super subtle too, right? You know?
And quiet luxury is a direct counter to that. So what's happening now more than ever is people seem to be putting this old money aesthetic.
You have good vibes about this shit? I don't see you buying shit because of the brand. No, I definitely have brands that I like. 100%. I mean, I'm currently wearing the Yohji Yamamoto pants that they're so fucking flowy, they're so comfy. Like there are definitely brands that I like, but they're not like, you can't tell what the fuck it is. You know what I mean? It's not like, what watches do you like? I have an Apple Watch that I just recently got, and I don't even know if I like it all that much, if we're being real. I'm not like a big watch guy at all.
And lifestyle on a pedestal, which has been apparent with countless videos on social media comparing new money versus old money, women voicing their desire for an old money husband, and in more recent events, the wedding of public figure Sophia Richie has driven millions to praise her new quiet luxury style. Number 2, the rise in popularity of TV series about the 1%, with shows like Succession, Industry, Billions, White Lotus, and Bling Empire, just to name a few topping the charts that are about the lives of the upper class. It is no surprise that a rise of the interest in what the 1% are wearing would happen hand in hand. Number 3, economic downturn. With the economy going downwards, we've seen many public figures dress in a more understated manner in order to lessen criticism directed to their financial privilege. We've seen this happen on red carpets, for example, where many celebrities have stopped wearing necklaces. It is a common occurrence during times of wider economic downturn for the affluent to shy away from wealth signifiers, hence the shift towards more muted luxury. Number 4, it's easy to emulate. As opposed to new money and its loud displays of wealth where you would actually need to spend exorbitant amounts to have those designer logos, it is far easier and more attainable for someone to emulate the quiet luxury style without the price tag. So it's no surprise that many people would flock to this aesthetic. But you might be wondering, how can you actually recreate this style without spending $5,000 on a jacket or $1,000 on trousers?
Were those pearls?
Step 1. Understand the mindset.
About?
Quiet luxury is all about conveying class, sophistication, and...
Those chrome heart glasses are fire? Is he wearing chrome heart glasses? Is that what you're saying? How can you tell? Someone said steel. Yeah, that's how you do it. $1,000 on a trouser, so Yohji Yamamoto... That's ironic that you say that because this was not $1,000 on a trouser. This was incredibly cheap because I, 1, got it tax-free in Japan, and 2, got it at a fucking secondhand store. So suck my dick. But yeah, I think retail is expensive.
Simplicity.
Yeah.
It's a style that comes from families who have had wealth for generations and have developed a refined, understated taste that does not aim to boast or show off with flashy logos. There's a scene in the TV show Succession that epitomizes what quiet luxury and old money are about.
Who the fuck is this now?
Cousin Greg makes the grave mistake of bringing a date to Logan's birthday party, who is very visibly nouveau riche. Loud, practical, and clearly looks like she doesn't belong, which Tom doesn't hesitate to make Greg.
I think one thing that's like really funny about this is like for America, pretty much everyone is nouveau riche, man. The reality is that like nouveau riche means new wealth, new money, which is gaudy, loud, abrasive, okay, is supposed to be like a post monarchy era, people that don't descend directly from nobles distinction among the wealthy, the super wealthy, okay? So technically every single person in America that's wealthy is like kind of nouveau riche in many respects. It just depends on who you are comparing your old money wealth to, I guess. Like, there are certainly families that would be considered old money, but the irony is, yes, Logan and all the Roys in succession are literally new money. Logan Roy is supposed to be like, you know, he's wealthy for the first time. Anderson Cooper is old money, okay? Anderson Cooper is old money. That's as old money as it gets, okay? He's Vanderbilt. That's old money. Logan Roy, absolutely new money. Nouveau riche is you're not old money if you're like 3 generations deep. Okay? We're talking like nobility. We're talking like descendants of nobility, descendants of like maybe oil barons. I feel like that's when you start getting into like American old money territory.
Aware of.
So, I hear you've made an enormous faux pas, and everyone's laughing up their sleeves about your date.
What? Why?
Why?
Because she's brought a ludicrously capacious bag.
Quiet luxury is rooted in tradition and heritage, and the clothing worn is more of the if you know, you know type of clothing, rather than statement pieces that shout the brand name. You want to exude quiet confidence and class without needing to say much.
What's even in
Old money is the Forbes family owning a private island next to Martha's Vineyard that you've never heard of and you are not allowed to go. I did not even know that existed.
there? Huh? Flat shoes for the subway? Her lunch pail? I mean, Greg, it's monstrous. It's gargantuan. You could take it camping. You could slide it across the floor after a bank job.
Yoji shit goes hard for $350, but it's still anti-big boy sizes. That's not true. That's why I love Yoji Yamamoto. They 100p have fucking big boy sizes. I'm currently wearing a size 3. The pants I'm wearing right now are flowy as a motherfucker, and they're size 3. Okay? You're wrong. I'm telling you. You're wrong. Anyway. But you're in your skinny era? No, I'm not a medium by any metric.
Step 2, know the color palette. Quiet luxury is not about bright, bold colors that instantly draw the attention in a room. Instead, you want to lean towards a neutral color palette. Think shades of white, black, grays, tans, cream tones, navy blues, and olive greens. When these colors dominate an outfit, they can give off an effortless, luxurious vibe. Step 3, buy or thrift the essentials. Quiet luxury is not about reinventing the wheel. You want the bulk of your wardrobe to consist of timeless wardrobe staples in high quality fabrics. Some of the pieces that most give off that quiet luxury vibe are crisp tailoring, especially when worn casually without a tie or even without a dress shirt. For example, you could replace the shirt with a polo or a t-shirt. White or cream polo shirt.
So fucking boring, dude. It's so insanely boring. Okay? That's it. It's just like, what the fuck? I mean, oh God. Anything cashmere in winter. Wait, what are the brands he
the
says?
Real old money quiet luxury people will get these essentials at brands such as Loro Piana, Barreau, or Brunello Cucinelli. But if you're just trying to emulate the aesthetic without the hefty price tag, you can get very similar looking pieces from high street brands like Zara, COS, H&M, or Abercrombie. Granted, you might not get the same quality of fabrics, but you can still put together similar looking outfits. Step 4, if you can, invest in a nice timepiece.
Oh God. Okay, I'm skipping this part. Okay. Should you participate in the quiet luxury trend? I think like the historical relevance to this was interesting and unique, but then when it goes into like how you can do quiet luxury shit, I mean, it's like whatever. The row, everything is like 3,000% up mark. Yeah. Old money fashion is a peak of boring and in uninventive fashion. Yeah. Why would you want to dress like this? I like my vintage oversized t-shirts and short shorts. Sounds like you're not there yet, bud. Hater? Says Pineapple Smuggler. Which one is it? Am I actually the wealthiest person on the planet, or am I aspiring to be wealthy and I'm just jealous? What am I doing? Am I the wealthiest person on the planet and hiding my wealth in an evil, conveniently evil and cynical way, or am I jealous because I'm not there yet? Okay, this guy, this new hater says I'm jealous. Got it. Okay, thanks. This is all fast fashion. Zara is the way to go. Why spend a bunch on brand name stuff when it'll be last year's model next year? The answer to that is yes. I didn't even realize Bruno Cucinelli was like that. I thought it was like kind of a whack ass brand. I didn't realize that, or Brunello Cucinelli, sorry. I am surprised. My idea of humanistic capitalism and human sustainability. Thanks, Brunello Cucinelli. That's fire. Beauty is the symbol of the morally good. Frugal, ripped, quiet, rich kids, rich fits in his video.
Hat over here. Billionaire cosplay. It's the 1% dress up, consisting of very subtle, unbranded, minimalist cuts and designs. This style was kind of really made popular.
Look, I'm a silhouette guy, okay? Maybe because it's unattainable for someone of my size and stature. Did you see people canceling you